Okay, keys to success number 72. Dr. Martin Rutherford, chiropractor, certified functional medicine practitioner.
Dr. Randall Gates, board certified chiropractic neurologist, also chiropractor.
So this one's going to be a little different in addition to maybe just an admonishment to it's the new year, get back on track, maybe do a cleanse, maybe do a 10-day allergy elimination diet to see if you picked up any new allergies over the past month or since Thanksgiving or whatever. We could talk about that a little bit more, but mainly we want to start this new year off by talking about the Facebook support group for our patients.
Exactly.
And this is something that we have been kicking around for a long time. We've had one years ago where the patients actually came in office. We had a wonderful, wonderful patient who came in and ran it. It was amazing. And then it kind of faded away for a variety of reasons. It was on Saturday and it was here, and then we weren't working on Saturday, and then so somebody had to come and open up, and there was just a whole mess of logistics that kind of sabotaged the program, but it was phenomenal. And so we want to restart it. We've had a number of people ask. Truly, the number one failure that we see there's two failures that we see. The number one failure that we see in the program is really the diet. It's difficult to do for some people, for a lot of people. And for some people, it's not difficult at all. So this isn't for you. And then people keeping up on their exercises. Like, I mean, I can't tell you the number of times somebody's come back after a while and said, my problem's coming back. And the first thing I'll say is, are you doing your exercises? And they'll go, well, I don't know, those exercises. We did a little bit of that on one of the last 2 or 3 keys to success, and go listen to that about the exercises. My answer to the exercises is this: you've come here, you're on Xanax, you're on Prozac, you're on whatever you were on, you were gabapentin, Savella, Lyrica, Cymbalta. Pain is in the brain. The brain is where it's at. That's why we are where we are. This is January the 3rd, 2017. It is 9:45 in the morning, and we have like 27 calls that want to get in for new patients now. Okay. And I do believe yes, Dr. Gates does a phenomenal job. We do our best, but in the end, we made a decision to heavily go brain a couple of years ago. It's been a game changer. And so those exercises are part of what's helping you to get better. In fact, they are a huge part of that. And they are also what's helping you to stay better. I mean, 3 of these for me, who out there doesn't have a cerebellum problem, 3 of these for me, where I focus and concentrate on that thumb, is like lifting weights for my brain. It clears me up for hours on end, and it makes my balance better, clears up my vision, does all kinds of things. And I realize that may be hard to understand, but one of the things you need to do is make a resolve to do your exercises this year. Okay. I don't think you need a support group for that. Maybe you need a few more left frontal lobe exercises. Maybe we need to get, because that's where your motivation is. Okay. But the diet's big. That seemed to be the topic. Now, there are a lot of other topics that people have. What do I do when I go on Thanksgiving? What can I do? How can I cook properly? It takes a lot of time. We need to be more efficient in cooking. These are the shortcuts. How do I fit it? I have 3 kids. I have kids who are teenagers. Like, all of those things get covered or got covered in the support group that we had. And way more. I mean, I just went to a couple and I stopped going because then everybody started directing questions at me, and it really interfered with the proper flow of the group. And once I left, the group really exploded. And the things that people were talking about, I never even thought of, so everybody has their uniquenesses as to what's creating challenges for them to stay on their program. And I think it all started with AA many moons ago, and now there's AA and there's NA and there's shoplifting NA and And there's all kinds of support groups because they work. Because for people who are there because they genuinely want to be there, they work. And so it's been a long time for us to be able to put the logistics together to be able to do this again.
And the bottom line is that there are people like Dr. Rutherford and I who generally eat almost the same thing every day and can do that. We're absolutely content as anyone can be eating the same thing every day.
It's important to me to feel good.
Right. And the bottom line is, though, that there are a lot of people who are not like us, who are not maybe regimented like us. They more enjoy the experience of food. And that's not to say we don't enjoy. You know, this weekend I was privileged to eat fantastically with all these different menu options because I was in the company of someone who is a foodie who does this diet and is probably more creative than any patient I've ever come across. But the bottom line is that this support group is there for you foodies out there, those of you who want recipe ideas. And the problem is I can't give you a recipe book because all of you have different diets. So it's going to take right brain activity, that's the creative side of the brain, to say, okay, here are my food restrictions, put it out to the support group, and somebody may come up with a recipe idea for you based on your low FODMAP, SIBO, Repair Vite, vegetarian diet. And that is a very restrictive diet. Either you have histamine releasing foods that you have a problem with and you're on the repair diet. There's so many different options. I think we're at like 7 different diets right now. And that's where we think the support group, with just the not only genuine, but altruistic nature of many people who will be in the support group, just there to help others with dietary questions, dietary ideas. So this should be another step up in terms of these keys to success and helping patients to stay well. That's the whole goal. That's what we desire for all of you. We know a lot of you probably fell off the diet this holiday season. I've already heard about it. But now it's time to get back on and stay on. So that's the impetus for this. We will be sending out the email with the connection to the support group at the end of this week. It will be a Facebook support group. And any other technical questions, you'll want to forward them to Kevin, who is our producer and IT specialist and personnel manager, amongst many other hats that he wears. So that's the nitty gritty. Anything else you want to add?
Probably. No, you know, just saying that when we got into this years ago, we actually didn't know where it was going. We kind of knew immune problems were probably involved. The functional neurology world understood a lot. They understood dizziness, vertigo, balance, migraines, concussions. But what they really understood, in my opinion, was this overfiring sympathetic nervous system, this stress mechanism that so many of you have that really, at least when you started, was beyond your control. And as things got going, we analyzed, should we just treat the person nutritionally, like pretty much everybody else was doing, and that's fine, or should we do just brain work? And we experimented. Oh, well, this one will just do the brain work. Oh, this one will just do the metabolic. Oh, this one will do both. And after, you know, a while, maybe 6 months, a year, it started to really, really light up that we had to do both. If we wanted to get the consistent results and be able to develop tools to give to you so that you could do them and stay better. But the thing is, historically, right now, it's January 3rd, 2017, the gyms are packed today. Everybody's going to be at the gym when you go there today. Okay, the gyms are packed today and they'll be packed for 6 weeks. Am I being about right on that?
Most gyms, yes. Yeah,
about 6 weeks. And so people make the resolutions the first year they're going to do their stuff because life gets in the way, schedules get in the way, relatives who think the way you eat is stupid get in the way. So we started to realize that we needed to be health coaches too. Something else we weren't all that excited about, because this becomes now a challenge to be able to present this to people, to be able to educate people so that they understand what we're doing, so that they can understand why we're doing the brain work along with this, when the other nutritionist is saying just take something for your adrenal glands, and so on and so forth. Now we ended up realizing we needed to be coaches. And then we thought, well, we need to put people on maintenance because they need to come in once a month so that we can keep them on track. And that wasn't really entirely what we wanted, because we feel that if a person can ultimately have the motivation and the willpower to do this on their own, it's better for them physiologically and neurologically. It's a positive attitude. It's better chemically for you. It's better in every way. So we came up with this idea of doing the keys to success, of trying to coach you on a regular basis, making available to you information that every week is going to prick something with you that just goes, yeah, I got to keep doing this. I got to keep doing this. I got to do it. It's not, oh, so-and-so said, take this. No, we already figured out which of the 2,700 diets that he figures out you need. Now he uses like 6 or 7 or 8 diets, but as you heard, they're interspersed. And then ultimately you add your food sensitivities to those, and you have your diet, as those of you who have multiple people in the family here have found out. No small task, okay? And so this is why we do this. This is our effort to keep you on track. And this Facebook edition, it's no small thing. It's taken a lot of time to put it together. It's going to be heavily on Kevin Anderson, who you know if you've been here for any length of time, and his willingness to do this. So this is something that we're very serious about. It's not a joke. We're not doing this because we don't have anything else to do. We're doing it because we want you better, and we want you to experience what it's like to stay better and be in control and be happy. And one day you're going to look at all that junk that everybody brings you at Christmas, and you're actually going to look at it and go, you know what? I'm not eating any of that stuff because it's going to make me sick. Mm-hmm. And then we won't have to do the keys to success, number 72, the post New Year's one, saying, now start doing everything you need to do because you'll be there. We think that these weekly keys to success, and we think these Facebook availability for this group will suffice or take the place of that personal coaching, because you can access it at any time, and you can access. Do the keys to success, are they labeled? Mm-hmm. They're labeled. So they're labeled. So you can access, what you need. So I just wanted to say, for beginning of the year, so I wanted to do a beginning of the year summation of this is what we're trying to accomplish. And I think we have largely done so, but we want to do even better. And so this is our effort to do so. And this is a major team effort here. And so please access it. Please access the keys to success. If you're having a problem and they're labeled and you're going to call us, look at those first. They're there. They're designed. Some of them say, if this is what's happened to you, do this. And it isn't come in here.
They're more labeled by number. They're not
by number
necessarily.
Okay. Well, I don't want to put another thing on Kevin, so we'll see. So then you'll have to call us and find out which one to do.
Right. Okay. And then the last thing I want to say is that this Facebook group is going out only to patients who have gone through the program or who are currently in the program. So just so you know that, because many of you who watch these broadcasts maybe just did a consult with Dr. Rutherford, you did an exam with us, whatever the circumstances were, it didn't work out. So this is going out to people who have gone through the program because it's more pertaining to them and the diets that they've been through. And if you're still watching and you just did a consult, that's fantastic, and you're getting benefit from it. We're happy that you are. So I think that's pretty much it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So we'll see you next week for Key to Success number 73.